What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to exactly the space where we had left off. My name is Splattercat, and we are here today playing a bit more Sir, You're Being Hunted. This series is beginning to take a little while, actually. We do have some robots over here, and you'll forgive me for just a moment as I work my way past them. He's probably apt to see me, though, right here. Alright, one down, but we only have one bullet left. Which means this has really got to be a good one. Oh, and I missed. Oh, no. Alright, so we got to get out of here and bandage. Let me get down behind this wall. Band-aid real quick. And then we'll take to the rocks. What's weird is they have infinite ammunition, whereas I don't have that kind of buff. Oh, he shot me again. This guy's like Deadeye out here. As much as I'd love to loot the dead corpse of his friend, I think we should probably just vacate the premises considering I haven't saved it all yet. And we are carrying multiple relics, no firearms. We are absolutely devoid of all firearms. So I should probably go get a pistol or something so that I'm not a victim waiting to happen. Let me see if I can find my way back to the boat. We'll loot that first house, assuming it's not completely overrun with the robotic hordes. And from there, we'll make plans for what we want to do with the rest of the episode. Did I lose that guy yet? God, it sounds like he's still on me. I think I'll probably bring both the rifle and the pistol with me, just in case we need it. Make my life a little bit easier. I think we've got about 23 rounds in total. Oh, I love that. I want to go swimming in there. I found a place like this one time, kind of a little hollowed out quarry. I was out on a hike, or I was doing a survey anyways, out in the Los Padres National Forest, and these kind of things are all over the place, except there's like big redwood trees all around them. Additionally, like if you can get down into some of them, there's caves, and if you follow the little kind of caves through, there will be like little creek areas that nobody's like ever swam in, or maybe they have. I just like to imagine that nobody's ever swam in them, and you can get down in there and just kind of hang out until your friend jumps off something like an idiot and breaks his leg, which did happen. And then you got to be like, well, I guess we'll make a crutch, considering we're about 70 miles from the nearest town, and you have a broken foot. So yeah, that kind of seals our fate here. No more swimming for us. God, these islands just get bigger. I don't know if it's just perceptional or what it is. It's got to be because I'm just trying to like wrap up the remainder of this series, that these islands just feel like they're really, really large. I have to commend the developers on the fact that they've created islands and they've created a random map generator that does feel natural. Like, at no point do you ever feel like, oh, this map generator sucks. Like, you never see, like, two of the same set object sitting right next to each other with one clipping towards the other. I mean, maybe you do, but I haven't. It does have its little finicky things here and there, but you gotta look really, really closely in order to find them. Once we get back to the boat, we'll be ready to wage war against the robots again. There's the boat, and I think I stored things either in this building right here. Yeah, I think it was the church. Let's see if we can get in here and get some of our loot back, and then we'll go save. Actually, save first. Save first. Always be safe. I do wish the saving system auto-saved when you picked up a relic, but I understand kind of that tag-your-it type gameplay, where if you were able to pick up the relics and save the instant you got them, you could exploit it a little bit. Might make the game too easy. Let's see here, we'll save that. There we are, we're all saved up, and let's head back over to the church for our sanctuary. And by sanctuary, I mean blazing steel sanctuary that we craft for ourselves with the black, oily blood of our robotic foes. It's gonna really, really be bad if robots have overrun this place. Oh, they have. What kind of crock of nonsense is this? Alright, well, let's get low and see if there's anything in the back door here. I don't remember if I stored in the back or the front. Hopefully the back. Good. Life is not so miserable as it might have been had I done this differently. Grab the rifle, and we've got 6 rounds. The rifle is really, really loud, so I'd refrain from using it for the time being. I'd also probably refrain from using our pistol too much, just because we're so low on ammunition that using any bullets at this point is going to be a problem. Let's head off left down the coast and hope that we find the remaining relic. I think there's only one left. Yeah, there's one left on this island. And once we grab that, we'll be able to figure out just what's going on with those 2 missing relics, because I'm almost positive we cleared out every other island. I'll probably just do like a clockwise assault, take a look around, see if maybe I forgot one somewhere. My big fear is that maybe I found the relic, but I put it in a building somewhere and then forgot about it. That's what I'm really worried has happened. And if that's the case, then I'm not sure how I'm going to remedy that. I mean, there's selected locations where I've decided to drop off gear, so I don't think it'll be too hard to find, but it will definitely be a hassle. Not seeing that final relic, really hoping it's not out in the forest again, because those first 2 that were in the really brushy areas were just absolutely miserable to recover. They were not fun at all. Well, they were sort of fun in a yay, I hope nobody shoots me through a bush in the ass type of way. If that's your definition of fun, then indeed, it was a blast. It was like going to the carnival with a distinct lack of candy apples. Anybody? I don't see anybody else kind of dithering around, which I hope is for the best. Prefer to maybe move a little bit further uphill so that I have a better advantage point. Hopefully we'll catch a wisp around here somewhere that'll be heading towards our intended location. I don't see anything as of yet. And it's all too peaceful right now. Things feel really, really peaceful at the moment, which is never a good sign. That's always a... Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of a rigged situation. Because if it's peaceful, you know it's going to get more chaotic eventually. That's just how energy gets transferred. Let's see here. Hoping there's nothing out and in there, but I don't see any wisps either, so maybe it's up in this little mountainous region. I am recognizing this location from the previous episode. I remember walking past that big wall. There's like a low rumbling that's like weirding me out. Yay, we can hop up hills just like you can in Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas. Just hop your way up the hill if you can't make it. I don't think I've checked this house, so maybe we'll go down here and see if there's anything useful. That balloon is coming right for us, though, so we'll want to make this a quick trip. A delicious local stout that I'm going to drink right now, because the only thing that can drown my sorrows is a delicious local stout. But none of that non-regional stuff. We don't stand for that here on the archipelago. And there's our busted windmill that we saw earlier. That one guy standing there. Our trap is still on the ground. Might be worth recovering. Wonder if the bodies are still laying over here. I should probably check for those, because there was one that I didn't loot, because I'm a terrible shot. Although maybe we'll go down this little fan over here, this little gully, and see if maybe there's anything off in this direction. This island's really not as circular as the rest of them are. This one's got a lot of little tendrils and things running around. A lot of strange tentacles. More strange tentacles than a hentai. There we are. I've made a metaphor out of it. Or a simile. Left or right? I suppose I'll check down this way first. I had a feeling this final relic was going to be a big problem. Just to spite me. I don't see anything off in this direction, so let me go out this way a little bit further till we hit ocean. And if there's nothing over here, I'll swing back around and we'll check that left area. Still not a single wisp, though, which makes me think I may not be even within the right vicinity. Yep, it looks like that's the end of the road for us, and from what I can see over here, It doesn't appear as though there's anything over there. Usually those little wisps of smoke are pretty obvious. And I guarantee we'd be seeing a little blue ball of light anyways if there was anything over there. Yeah, and I'm just not seeing anything over there that makes me confident enough to think that we should speed off in that direction. So I'm going to go back around this way and just kind of go center of the island and hope that I find myself a wisp to maybe guide me to this thing. I mean, it could be back in there, and I'll come back and I'll check again if we turn up nothing elsewhere. But I think the lack of wisps is the thing that's selling me on the fact that I don't think there's anything over here. Plus, I think we went over there to begin with in a previous episode, so who knows. Let's get our trusty gat out, and then we'll make sure we can lay down the dock on somebody if they decide to get in our face. It looks like a rustic robotic area, but it gets hood out here real quick. As you guys have probably noticed from the last couple episodes, everybody's shooting off like crazy. No police coming around. It's very hood up on the archipelago. What in the hell? Why are they sprinting towards me? I'm not feeling good about this. Sounds like they're pretty close. I'm kind of concerned as to why they seem to know where I was. Kind of swim around the edges here. That's right, you can swim. I finally got brave enough to try. Still sounds like they're pretty close. Oh, there they are right there. Okay. Think we're far enough away where we can wave at them and just assume that they're not going to see me unless I sprint. So I'm going to move up the hill a little bit carefully, he says as he walks backwards with reckless abandon. We'll check this big cup thing over here. Sounds like there's more over by that house. So let me stay as low as possible as I move forward. Nothing out this way either, which is starting to lead me to believe maybe I'm going to have to be a bit of a Paul Bunyan out here. Kind of run through the mountains looking for this damn thing. Yeah, that's about the only option we have left. Not seeing a whole lot of viable options for where this thing's at. The wisps aren't really showing up either. There's still one left, right? Yeah, I was going to make sure that I'm not just being a dunce here and running around in circles even though we've completed the island. I was worried this might happen in one episode. Oh, no. I'm pretty sure he's got us pegged. But I'll do my best to get away from him. Vitality's looking a little bit low, too. Have to take a moment just briefly to eat in a few seconds. Oh, maybe he didn't have me pegged. Alright. We apparently found the one robot on Earth who's blind as a bat. All of his friends had been like, there he is. I guess I'll head up into the mountains now, and we'll just hope we find this thing. We do have a balloon right there that I want to be aware of, and I will shoot a balloon before we end this series, just to make sure that you can shoot him. But for now, keeping myself incognito, which is way better than incog uninteresting. I think I'm going to refrain from firing any lead in his direction. God, I just don't see anything. do see some bots down there. There's another one over there. A bunch over there. That house where... I think that's across from the church where we were stashing all our stuff. Kind of running out of idea. Oh, there's a wisp. Let's see if maybe that one's going to take me where I want to go. So where are you going, buddy? We absolutely want to keep an eye on him if we can, while still making sure that we don't get shot. Which seems to be the main motif of this game, don't get shot. They could rename it Sir Don't Get Shot, and it would probably be a pretty good, accurate representation of the game. Where are we going, Wispy? I'm gonna name him Crispy. A Wispy named Crispy. Because I can't stop thinking about chicken strips right now. I love chicken strips. I don't know if you guys understand how much I enjoy chicken strips. Ooh, and we've got a robot over here who's getting a little bit adventurous. Maybe just get behind this rock. Oh no. Alright. No, sir. Sir, do not hunt me, sir. I'm a gentleman. I harbor no ill will except for the thousands of your people that I've slain already, so that I can pick up weird little metallic objects. Let me eat some food just in case this doesn't go according to plan. Oh, and it's not going according to plan. The plan has failed. The plan has the plan has several large holes in it that are rapidly becoming apparent. They're pretty accurate with those guns. I can't seem to hit anybody at that distance with my shotgun. They must have like magic robot shotguns. Let me see if I can go track down one of these wisps again. Luckily, we've got this nice little circular lake over here that I can run around to lose these bastards. And once they're all out of the way, should be able to find that final piece of the puzzle here. Alright, well the fact that we had wisps means that it's probably around here somewhere. I unfortunately lost the wisp while I was being shot at. Is that it? Oh man, I'm getting all excited now. I'm getting... Oh, there's the wisp. I don't know if that's going to take me back to the boat right now, because it seems to go to both. Oh, I see it. There it is. Okay, good. Oh, there's wisps way up in the sky, too. Cool. Do I have any bottles or anything to play with here? I do. Well, that's a very, very good thing. Don't tell your wife what? How you're a jerkface who tries to murder people? Oh, they have a dog too. Got him. Let's see if I can shoot this little dog out of the brush before anything bad happens. Got him. Alright, so before any of his friends show up, let's play Grab-A-Goody and get the hell out of here. Awesome, so we played Grab-A-Goody. It turned out in our favor. Grab-A-Goody doesn't always turn out in your favor, especially, oh god, I'm not even going to tell that joke, but Grab-A-Goody is a game where you grab the most wonderful thing around you, and it can get you into a lot of trouble at the airport. Mind you that. Nothing off that way. Let's just make for the boat, I think. If I can get these dropped off in this episode, I would be very, very happy. Now I need to liberate the rest of my kit. That took a long time to load one bullet. This dude needs to get himself an autoloader. We need to get all of our stuff out of the church before we get out of here, but that's not too big of a deal. It should be alright. Most of the robots that were over here seem to be centralized around the house behind this, so we should... At least I don't think we're going to come across much resistance. Yep, let's just grab as quickly as possible. There's our shotgun with no round. Oh, we got to put the rock down right there. I can do this. I can play Tetris like a champ. Now we've got enough food remaining to figure out what's going on with those last two relics. I'll probably do that off camera to figure out where they're at, and then once we find them, we'll get together for another episode. So I'm going to have to cut it right here because the game crashes whenever I try and zone out with fraps running. So what I'll do is we'll just splice this all together. See you in just a second, guys. Here we are again at the glorious Central Island, making our way back to the Seeing Stones with the last little grip of our relics. I actually don't know where those last two are. As I said before I cut out here, we've got to find two relics that are, at the moment, AWOL, or at least MIA. They're one of the two. There's some acronym that I think we can apply quite liberally to those relics, and I have no idea where they are, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of investigation in between episodes. Hopefully our run back to the Seeing Stones is absolutely 100% uneventful, unless the robots are feeling particularly violent at the moment, which they don't seem to have a whole lot of other emotions other than scoffery. They seem to be quite confident. I mean, they scoff a lot, they have manly mustaches, and they also seem to employ the tenets of rage quite a bit. They definitely seem to be followers of Korn. Let's maybe see if we can... Ooh, I set off those birds right there. The robots will see those birds from a long, long way. Oh, I almost ran right by it. There it is there. I don't know why. I was running off towards the boat, I think. Oh, I think that dog has us. Yep. It's kind of funny how they put these dogs out in the field so that they'll be a nuisance. Can the dogs jump the fence? Good. I think I lost him on the fence right there. Hey, as long as it works out in my favor, I don't care. Let's jump on in here and we'll turn this last little fistful in, and then I'll do some investigation. Unfortunately, that means probably gonna have to break the episode off right here.
Excellent. We're making progress. You might survive this after all.
Awesome. So what I'm gonna do is let's run to a boat. Ew, it sounds like there are robots everywhere around me and I can't see any of them. Oh, there's a bunch over there too. Got some in the forest there. I'm not sure which island these are gonna be on. Maybe east would be my first inclination, since that's the first island I hit. Maybe I left there without getting everything. So I'll run with you guys over to the east boat, just so you guys get your full 25-30 minutes out of this episode, so I don't feel like I'm robbing you. And then once we get there, I'll probably break this one off. But there's still plenty of things that can go wrong in between here and there, believe me. There's the boat to the western island, which I know for sure I've gotten everything on the western island. The east and south are the only two that are throwing me for a bit of a loop where I can't remember, and my videos are poorly, so you'd think at some point I would like label my videos according to like what island I was invading, but instead I try and be humorous all the time, or at least be witty. And that gets me into all kinds of trouble when trying to figure out what I've done in previous episodes. Vitality's looking a tad low, but I'm not going to worry about it until I actually have a reason to worry about it. I do wish that the game had a little less fog. That kind of foggy effect, I wish you had a further draw distance, because I know that I can see farther than that right there. That's... You got some glaucoma or something going on. You gotta get yourself like some killer weed cards or something if you got glaucoma this bad where everything's just like foggy off in the distance. Definitely indicative of your eye health. And it looks like it's gonna force me to go around this way, so we'll do that. Realistically, once you catch a hang, I really do hope they make a few more AI adjustments, because once you catch the hang of this game, it's not quite so bad anymore, where you learn all the little tricks to kind of run off the robots, like hiding behind the brick walls, hiding behind the hedgerows, things like that that seem to break their line of sight and give you an advantage if there is an engagement. And most cases, sometimes they're just like, and they see you very clearly, like you get the boot-a-dip noise that they make, but they decide to just like quit because they don't see you long enough or something. I don't know. Hopefully they add in a few more enemy types too, because I feel like a few more enemy types, like ones that are really, really zealous hunters, like the hunters that just won't leave you alone until you deal with them, would be kind of interesting. Kind of like dogs mixed with the regular robots might be kind of a cool thing to have, but anyways, there's our boat right there. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and take care out there, everybody. I hope you've been enjoying this series thus far. It seems as though it's coming to a close. The next episode, I would almost guarantee we're going to see what the ending's going to be like, unless I really can't figure out how I screwed up. But anyways, I'll see you there, and take care, everybody.